background, false advertising.
Yep.
I'll just check online that it's live. I'll see if I can hear it.
Can you see the comments? My internet's not working.
No worries.
Whatever your
Whoa, look at that. G'day, fellas. How are we? Well, we're going live on the podcast. I'm going to have to do the intro. We're on YouTube live. Actually, no, this really matters. I can edit this out. How are we, everyone? We'll just launch straight into it.
Sure.
You can't hear the music on there if you're on the live stream, but welcome to the 14th annual edition of the Turf and Tools podcast. I am Tim, the Lawnmower Man. I like playing with my tools. This is Karthik, the obsessive lawnie. Do you like playing with your tools?
Tools are good. I like my lawn better, I think. The tools just serve a purpose for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let us know if you can hear us in the comments, please. That would be lovely. I do have the live chat. I will try and answer any of your questions as we go. Let me just see. Oh, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Got a bunch of people listening already.
Karthik literally just launched in about 35 seconds ago. Yeah, so he told me...
Not even a hello. He goes, we're going live. Come sit down.
He told me about 30 minutes ago he'd be here in about 15 or 20, so I set the live stream, and then he's come in hot. So I didn't even have a chance to get you a drink. Do you want a drink?
I'm good, thank you.
Really?
I'm good.
I got one.
What are you having?
I don't know if we can say, so...
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I'll have one. Can't say no to that.
Just go into... There's a Ryobi fridge in there, just in there.
Of course there is.
It's actually a esky. I've been using it as a fridge, which is kind of good. It's runs on batteries, but also has power. So it's our fridge here at the moment. It's come in very handy. Karthik's just gone to grab a cold one. Hello, Donna. Hello, Dean. Good to see everyone. Karthik's taking his good old time. Had a big day today myself. Free-mo Fridays today.
Did you get the yard fully done?
No.
I'm assuming you went back to
No.
the same one.
I've been doing, for anyone that doesn't know, I've got another channel where I do overgrown lawn makeovers under the channel name Tim the Lawnmower Man, and I'm up to part 4 of this cleanup of this place.
It's
and
ridiculous, isn't it, that one?
yeah,
The
I was
video.
lucky enough today. I got a skip from Aussie Skips.
Okay.
They reached out to me and said, "Hey, we'd be happy to help you out," and I'm like, "Absolutely."
This is not for green waste, obviously. It's for the rubbish.
Yeah, hard waste.
Okay.
I normally.
Yeah, because you usually wouldn't bother with that, would you? That kind of is the one thing that you would previously just leave
Yeah.
stacked in a corner somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, been doing this 3 or 4 years, and it's like I cut lawns. I don't do rubbish, but I don't know. I'm lucky enough to be in a position where companies are generally willing to come on board and help me out. And I just this one in particular, I'm going to that much effort, and there's just so much rubbish there. I say so much, like it's not crazy, but it's going to change the place.
Yeah.
Like this, we basically gutting this place. So I got a 2 cube bin there today, filled it up in an instant. I realised quite quickly I'm terrible at estimating. I did message him and say, "Hey, I underestimated. It's probably double that. Could you help me out again? Or I'm happy to pay." And they're like, "No, we can do it." So there'll be another one out there Wednesday. I'll go out there again. I had help today for the first time
In a while.
multiple help.
Okay.
I've had bits and pieces. You've come out on a couple of jobs. I hired a guy once. That's all I've really had. I've really done it all.
Solo.
Yeah. And I don't know, I'm just getting tired and sore. So someone offered me Able Services, Able Minds Services, sent me an email during the week, and I dismissed it. I said thanks, but yeah, I'm right, thank you. But this time with how much I had to do at this place and the rubbish and all that sort of stuff, I was like, oh. I looked into what he does, and he actually hires... he does NDIS work, so like jobs. His clients are people with disabilities or elderly or whatever. It's like government subsidised work, but he also hires.
So he employs.
He employs people with disabilities.
Nice. Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, and I guess he wanted to get a bit of visibility for it. So I'm like,
Get some exposure, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, absolutely, come out. And so we had 2 people come out with him today, and they were great.
So full crew then.
Yeah, they were super keen.
Nice.
Super keen, super fun.
First time for them, but?
No, they do mowing with him.
Okay. So they,
And
nice.
yeah, it was amazing. I can't believe how much more you get done when it's just not you slogging away.
Did you struggle with you know how you normally when you've got someone else you struggle with the video part of it, because when it's
No, it
solo,
wasn't too bad.
Okay.
So we had all the rubbish, and I'm like, all right, we'll just all load that in together. So I set up 2 cameras for it, like one at the skip, one where we were. And then I had so much mowing and bagging to do out the front, I'd sent them out there to do that, just left the camera out there, just static while I unearthed a driveway that...
In the back, okay.
Yeah, that hadn't looked like it'd been seen for ages. So yeah, a couple of big shout-outs to Aussie Skips, because now they're providing me with 2 skip bins, which is, pretty impressive. And Able Mines Services. So really do appreciate their help. Hello to everyone. We've got 37 people watching us live on YouTube.
Nice.
Maybe this is our platform.
What, YouTube Live?
It is YouTube Live, yeah. If anyone's got any questions about any of the equipment that we've been showing on here lately, I've had a flat out week making videos for the channel. What have you been up to?
Work and come home and mow my lawn. That's pretty much it, yeah. Thank God, I don't know how you do your full-time job plus...
I am exhausted.
Yeah, content creation,
I go back to work tomorrow and it's been the most full-on 5 days I've had for a while, plus I just went back to work prior to that.
Just after your annual leave, correct?
And now I'm going back tomorrow and I'm just like, I can't do this. Maybe I need to sell out.
Oh, maybe just, tone back the quantity of content, I guess, yeah.
No, I can't.
You can't scrap the podcast now, though. You got 37 people you're going to
exactly.
Down.
No, I've really been enjoying doing the Turf and Tools
That's good.
stuff. I was able to do the Milwaukee Makita, that line trimmer that we had, the 40 volt XGT. Yesterday, just took it round here and I was able to make the whole review on it just because I had that much stuff to do here, edited it here, got it out. I like it.
It's good.
It rips. It goes up to... I was using it. I hadn't looked at the specs prior to talking about it and using it. And I started using it on the 3rd power level, like the highest one, like I normally do. And it was just like easily destroying. It was like fluffy cooch. Some trimmers can get caught up in, but it was getting through it absolutely easy. And I was kind of feathering the throttle on and off. And I'm like, well, I'll just try this on level 2. And then it was fine. Level 2 felt equivalent to a lot of other battery line trimmers that I've used. So I was like, oh, okay, this is actually one of the few line trimmers where I might run it in...
medium rather than full speed,
Yeah, because generally I just like balls out power. So then I went back to the high speed again, tested again. I'm like, this thing really rips. And I looked at the specs afterwards. The highest speed is 7,000 RPM.
Okay. What's that in?
Well, I think the Ego goes like 54 or 500 in the top.
It's quite a big jump then,
Palenque. Oh, I shouldn't really... I'll get this wrong. I believe when I looked at it back at the time, because again, the Palenque, remember I told you I liked that? I'm like, it just cuts like butter, knife through butter. And I think that's around 60 something, early 6s but 7,000. I don't think I've used a battery line trimmer that I'm aware of that has that high RPM.
Nice.
But the downside of that, obviously,
battery drain.
Yeah.
That's
what I've decided with the. Here we go. Well, Dean Roachy asked the key question: how long did the battery run in the Makita?
Yeah.
And I looked at it afterwards because I had it all on video, and it was 14 minutes. That was probably 80% on high speed.
Yep.
And going at it, which sounds...
Oh, look, again, if they're listening, they either get the fact that you're talking about a Free Mow Friday, overgrown stuff, and you're running flat. No, this was just normal.
This was here.
Yep.
But it was in the highest speed for most of it. And that was the point I was going to make. I've been impressed with all the Makita gear I've tried, the 40 volt stuff. But I think the trade-off is because you are impressed with it, and same with the mower. It's got 4 swing back blades on it. You can put it on the highest RPM and leave it there.
Yeah.
But again, the trade-off then is
Your
low run times. But I
Yeah.
would rather that than a machine trying to convince you that it has longer run time because it just hovers around low RPM and doesn't let you control it where you want it. I would rather the machine where I can access the high RPM when I want. If I want to save battery, have a mode for it to do that. But so yeah, the figures don't look impressive for it, but
the tool itself is
happy,
with
which is
it.
what I would absolutely prefer.
Yeah, you left the guard on too, I see.
I did. You didn't watch the video?
And you got used to it? Can you ever get used to the
No.
guard?
Well, what I realised is, it's a big guard, but it's a wide guard. It's not so much a big guard, if you know what I mean. See the cutaways. You can the head is actually fully exposed because of the cutaways.
Yeah.
So because of that, your vision isn't obstructed that much. The only issue you have is the guard getting in the way when you're manoeuvring it.
Okay.
Vision's actually not too bad. Springbok Simmer wants to know, hey guys, have you bacon eggs yet?
I don't get the reference.
I'm guessing they're talking about the hens.
Right.
So I haven't got any pigs here, so I haven't. There's no bacon, but I do have 4 hens here now, and I tried my first egg this morning.
Okay.
Sorry about that. And I came here to get all the stuff for Fremo Fridays very quick. I'm like, I've got to check the chickens for eggs. Because if you don't check, you leave them there long enough, apparently they'll peck at them and get a taste for it, and then...
they won't let you get...
Then it's game over. So I quickly checked, there was one there, and I'm like, I'll take it with me. So I had it in my centre console, and I was going to get breakfast. I walked into the cafe, the cafe I go to all the time.
No,
I was that guy.
Were you?
Yeah. I said, hey, can I get, the bacon and egg roll I normally get, but I know it's a bit weird, but can you cook it?
Really?
I told her why. I said, I just got 4 hens. They're just, I haven't had any of these eggs
and
yet.
Actually indulged you?
Yeah. I mean, I go there like 3 times a week. It's not like...
I worked in restaurants. I worked in restaurants. I would have said, nah, sorry, man.
Not to this face.
Nah, I would have said, nah, sorry, man.
So
good on them if they indulge you. I know they know you pretty well now because you turn up every day.
That's all I've had. I think we're about 20 eggs deep now.
Did I see you cooking something on the fire with a...
yeah, that was the other night. We had
You could have cracked an egg in there as well.
Oh, it was dinner.
Okay.
Yeah. Just down around the... kind of between the shed and the hen house, there's a big rock shelf.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is a good place for the fire pit. So we just had a little fire pit there, a little warming fire, put the cast iron skillet over that and cook some lamb cutlets and some steak, and it's just lovely. Your new property looks like a great spot, Tim. Will be good to see the transformations over time. Thanks, Dean. I do love it here.
Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah.
You can just tell, genuinely does. I don't seem to catch up with him anywhere except here now. Doesn't really matter. I think maybe the first couple of times I might have asked, right, where are we catching up? Now I don't even bother asking. And as I'm driving here, I was thinking, maybe I should have checked. Are we doing it on the property or somewhere else?
I don't want to leave.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't get to spend enough time here. It kind of sucks when we're here like late and like the other night having a fire and having a few drinks and that, and then we're like, okay, we're going to pack up and go.
Head back, yeah.
Which is a bit annoying, but very happy here. But the rye. Give me the rye update. Karthik's perennial rye overseed of his Tiff Tough Cooch. How far in are we now? It's got to be is it a month?
Possibly, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably coming up to that anyway. It's looking good. It's thickening up. I still haven't put the cylinder mower on it. I don't know. I had 3 days off. You'd think I'd have found 15 minutes to mow.
What have you been doing?
Exactly, right? I don't know, with kids.
It's just one of those weeks.
Haven't put... I mowed it. I mowed it a couple of times with the rotary.
Yeah.
Just haven't put the cylinder mower on it, and I don't know what's stopping me. Like, I could have done it today.
Yeah.
Just, one of those days where I woke up, actually did a lawn, but not my own one, and then came home and just lost all motivation to...
Yeah.
So I just sat, and then next thing I know...
Really,
it
was a beautiful day.
It was a nice day.
Are you okay?
I think we talked about like posting on social media, remember, where you said if you're not doing it regularly, you kind of lose the...
Yeah, if you're not on that treadmill.
You're not doing it all the time. And it's kind of like that, because life got busy there for about a 5-6 week window.
Mm.
I got so caught up with it. Now that it's
Now
done,
you're on like that come down.
I'm kind of like just gotta warm up to doing it again. Right now, I'm kind of feeling a bit lazy and lethargic half the time, which is not like me usually.
Fair enough.
But the rice looking good. It's thickening up slowly. Not fast enough that I'd like it to, but it's still thickening up slowly. I've got sort of some areas that are thinner than others. Not much you can do now with the weather, the way it is.
Yeah.
I've thrown seed down there. I think the last week when we spoke, I had
Extra seed.
just some additional seed, but whether it takes or not, I haven't been like watering it like I would if it was the first time.
Yeah.
So look, it'll be fine from here on in. Like I said, with regular mowing, it'll definitely start thickening up as well.
Yeah.
So it's looking good overall. The front yard's got weeds galore.
Really?
Even my wife said, "What are you doing with the front there? Is this?" Yeah, she actually said, "Is this one of your experiments?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she goes,
I'm going for a
"There's
clover lawn.
Yeah, she goes, "There's so much weeds growing there, and you haven't done anything about it." And I went, "Yeah, nah." But well, primarily because with the zoysia, I didn't want to spray anything because I'm like, it's all broadleaf weeds.
Yeah.
And they're stuffed with the big taproot, so you can pull them out pretty easily. So I kind of went, I'll leave the zoysia alone. It's still establishing. Don't want to be spraying herbicide on it yet if I don't have to.
Yeah.
But I
Should be able to handle it, wouldn't it?
yeah, it might be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's
I guess
just,
this time
does
of
it
year
need
too.
it?
Like,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
kinda
I
like,
know.
I'm
Exactly.
kind
If
of
you
like
don't
the
have
weeds
to.
unless I'd seen like nutgrass or something like that. I'm kind of like, all of the weeds that are growing is easy enough. It just looks ugly right now. That's all. The weeds on there.
Yeah.
But look, sometimes, like I said, man, one morning I'll wake up and I'll go, okay, today is the day, and I'll probably get everything back up to scratch again, and then it'll just be a maintenance thing after that.
Well, that's the beauty of living on, a typical suburban residence.
Yeah,
You know,
doesn't take that long
We
to-
don't all have that luxury, mate.
Oh,
Some of us
yes.
are men of the land now.
Yeah, I know.
Primary producers.
You've got to look after your chickens. What are you gonna do if you've got to go away? Have you
Our
considered
neighbours
that?
are amazing. We've already got them. They've got young girls, and they're. I said, hey, would you be able to check the eggs in the morning? One day I wasn't able to get here, and yep, they came over, checked.
Well, they like you for now. Then we'll see what the thing about you a month from now.
I didn't say they like me. I just said they're lovely.
Oh, they're lovely. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Do they know you're on socials and stuff like that? Do they know of you? Watch your videos?
Yeah, they're aware now.
Okay.
So
Okay,
yeah,
cool. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I get around in my own merch. So
Yeah, true.
what's this
Maybe
about?
they
What's
thought
this
you were a big
Primo
fan.
Fridays? I've got my videos playing constantly on a big screen out the front. So
Do you?
no.
Okay.
No. Hey, we do have a banner in the background. Did you notice?
Yeah, Luke's. That's the one that Luke sent us, isn't it? From Australian Lawn and Garden Podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, love it. It looks
Yeah.
good, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's factually incorrect. but
Nah, who says?
I'm
Prove it.
okay with it.
Australia's #1 lawn and garden podcast. I like it.
It's a big call, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a very big. Well, no. There's actually a very
There's some
very small asterisk there with some.
terms and conditions.
Yeah. Hey, Mark Coleman wants to know, hi, what's the plan for the 2 robot mowers behind you? And they're not actually talking about the robot mowers, they're talking about the remote
mower.
control mowers, the Mowmaster.
The more radar.
The Mow Rater. I've got 2 of those back there. One is the 2-wheel drive, one's the all-wheel drive. No plans. I want to make some more videos for them. I want to make some more videos for the all-wheel drive. I need to get back in contact with them because when the 2-wheel drive came out, the firmware was awesome because you could send the thing 100 meters away and it worked and there was no issues. You could turn sensors off if you didn't want to. When they sent this one out, it was a lot closer to the final firmware, and because of safety guidelines,
regulations,
whatever, to tick that box for them, they had it at a point where it was like it couldn't go more than 20 meters away from you, which is not far for a remote control mower.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was just like, it wasn't fun to use. Plus, it had a few sensors that you couldn't turn off, or if you could, you had to be close to. It was just, it wasn't fun. It took
It wasn't user friendly anymore.
No, it went from, oh wow, how cool is this, to, oh, this is a pain in the ass in the bottom. So I need to get in contact with them, find out what they were doing. I think they were umming and ahhing what they were going to do in terms of range and that sort of thing.
Right.
But yeah, I'm frozen on here. I hope people can Hope this hasn't frozen on online. But yeah, so I'll make some more videos with them. I kind of like the idea of using them as leaf catchers because it did, when you were over here a few weeks ago, we gave it a go and it collected the leaves pretty well.
Yep.
I wasn't in because it's quite leafy down the back. I wasn't in the immediate, dust zone, so I wasn't coughing and sneezing. So they're fun. They're fun.
Still the novelty hasn't worn off then?
It hasn't, but I haven't got it out lately. Maybe because they're kind of tucked away in the corner.
I think the change in property size and stuff probably has a part to play in it too. You're less
but it's
likely
more,
to need it here, maybe.
It's more suitable to here than it is
Where you are, yeah, true.
Yeah.
True, you've got open spaces, yeah.
It's more of an intermediate. Like you kind of need somewhere between where I was and here for it. But
And how's the actual robot mowers out the front going?
I was going to talk about that. Yeah. I'll
Lead to it when you're ready.
I've got a couple of questions. So I should probably read these before I read them out because they could say anything. But Jester says, "G'day Tim, quick question. Would it have been better to just sprinkle the rye seed or another grass seed all over the lawn rather than one spot? Were you planning on putting in a putt green?" No, I wasn't planning. It kind of looks like I'm trying to achieve a golf green sort of look. The only reason I did a smaller area was I don't know how much water we will have here. We're on tank water here.
Yep.
And rye likes water. We should be right over winter, obviously, but I didn't want to do a whole big area and then have to...
well, you're not going to be able to irrigate by hand for 7-8 days.
That's the other thing. You've got to keep it damp. So I just wanted a little patch. Also, it's a lot less commitment. I've got a lot to do here at the moment. So I figured if I've just got... It's probably, 60 square metres.
Yeah, something like that.
70 square metres.
Yeah.
Nice little patch to fuss over.
Yeah.
Around the cooler months. So
the process itself is sort of like just something to do, right?
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So that was the reason I did that. Imagine he had a big billboard with his face on it, just sitting in the driveway.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Well, didn't you have a billboard at once?
On bus stops. Was at Canberra Airport on a large billboard.
Yeah.
My ugly head.
And he claimed that they put the poster up. I mean, he just paid and got it put up for himself. But
Night Dweller. G'day, gents. Lots of promos going on. Not sure what we're saying. In just terms of companies have good deals on at the moment, or what do you mean, Night Dweller? Let us know. Maxine Clark, who is from Perth. I wonder if Maxine's coming out to
go check him out.
The Australian Lawn and Garden 100th podcast event, which is coming up very shortly. I think it's not this week, next. Oh, I don't know when it is. The 11th, is it?
And
something.
He had the stuff out for the next one after that, Adelaide, I think, and he's upgraded.
Yes, yeah, he's got
He's upgraded from you.
Yeah, so Luke Smith, who has a podcast called the Australian Lawn and Garden Podcast, for his 100th podcast, he's based in Perth. He's flying me out. For some reason, he thinks I'm a draw card. It's going to be very, very disappointing for him when he finds out the reality of it.
He's worked it out. That's why he's got Ben Sims for the next one.
Yeah, but so he is doing a tour around Australia, though, and he's going to Adelaide, and he's doing one at the Adelaide Oval.
Which sounds amazing. He's got I think he's got the head curator.
Yeah, that's...
for the podcast as well, which would be an amazing listen, I reckon.
That's not a bad get. But yeah, if you are interested in coming out and seeing a live podcast in Perth, check out the Australian Lawn and Garden Podcast Instagram. It'll have the details. I will be there. There will be some brands there showing some stuff. So,
hey, just a random one. This is probably not podcast worthy, but I've started now, so I'm going to tell you anyway. But Adelaide Oval just reminded me on the lawn pages. This is one, I forget his name, but this is one guy. It's a pretty cool story because when the Adelaide Oval
I'll be the judge
surface got redone, this was like, I think maybe 15 years ago or whenever, they were digging up all the old turf and just getting rid of it. And I think they might have offered to the public to say, if you want to come grab some, grab some.
Yeah.
So he went, grabbed some of the turf that was cut out from the Adelaide Oval, and then he's got like a little oval lawn in front of his house.
That is
at his place that he planted from the Adelaide Oval.
Okay.
And he's still in the mows, and he's in, like, I might have been on the Scotty pages, might have been on the Fanatics page, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's literally got like a little Adelaide Oval with the actual Adelaide Oval turf as his front yard, which I just think that's cool.
I mean, you could say you've got your nature strip out the front is from Lords or something.
I could
No one's
say
going to call. No one's going to call you on
that's
that.
besides the point. You're not trying to prove it to other people. I'm just saying if it's true, it's a cool story.
Just go with it. Maxine Clark said, "I 100% totally think your brand new property. Your brand new property is beautiful. So much grass. And what type of things are you going to put in your veggie patch?" Nicole wants to put some snow peas. I've said it many, many times. I'm trying to get some tools here, and I was talking to a brand about it. So I'm like, okay, we might as well try and tie that in. It's Turf and Tools. We can talk about the equipment. It's actually a brand that I have used for a while, so it kind of tied in well. Waiting to hear from them, but we have a patch that we know we're going to do. The orchard. Did I show you the orchard? I mean, orchard's probably overselling it. There's like 4 fruit trees in there.
I was going to say the bit behind here.
Yeah. So Nicole got in there on her hands and because the ground was like overrun with grass and weed. She got in there on her hands and knees the other day and pulled everything out. Did a great job. And then there were a few, quite a few little ones left and bits of cooch in there. I said, why don't we get the chickens in here?
Yeah.
We'll just get them. So I
see what they do.
Shaking the snacks bucket. They run up behind me and go in there, and we just left them in there all day, and they've just been going to town on it. So
nice. They'll work the soil over pretty well as well.
Yeah, and fertilise it.
And fertilise it, yeah.
Yeah, so snow peas. I think she said pumpkin, maybe. I don't know.
So this is planted already, or
no. Yeah, I'm waiting to get some tools.
Okay.
I don't want to do it sort of bare hand. Are you scared of snakes/foxes getting to the chickens? Any plans of selling the eggs? We're not making. They're not producing enough eggs for us to sell. But
what the
nor
would
would we.
Are right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's amazing anyway. But we just give them away.
Yeah. Oh, do you? Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I've got a few in. You actually should take some. I've got some in there. So.
There we go. Starts.
Yeah. So if anyone sees me, just hit me up. I'll probably have some
He's
eggs
got some
on
eggs
me.
in his pocket.
Yeah. Or I'll just be walking into random restaurants and cafes going, hey, can I get bacon and eggs? But can you
want my own egg cook, yeah.
It's amazing what social media...
lets you get away with it.
No, not even that. I wasn't saying that at all. I was saying just when you have enough front now to do the sorts of things that you do on social media, you lose a few inhibitions.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't mind, like, things before you're like, oh, that'll be awkward. Now I'm just like, oh, what are they going to say? If they go no, they go no. But if they say yes, I had my bacon and egg roll with my fresh... the egg was like half an hour old, man. It was still warm.
Now you're going to tell me how the egg tasted so much better.
No, obviously you're not watching the vlogs, mate, because I've been going through this. But if you can't keep up to date, how are we going to do this?
That's how you keep the audience updated too, man.
I said to Nicole the other day, when we free-ranged the chickens for the first time, I hadn't tasted the eggs, and she's like, oh, they're amazing. And I made a comment just saying that I'm sure I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between
store-bought versus
eggs and egg. I don't know, the yolk might be a bit more brighter or something, but so I'm going to do a blind taste. Someone suggested on that video to do a blind taste test. So I might get her to knock me up a couple of avocado bagels and then store-bought egg, fresh farm egg.
You're going to be one of those, in 6 months' time, you're going to be like those unbearable, like organic.
I'm not that person. I'm saying I don't think I'll be able to tell the difference. To me, it's an egg's going to be an egg. And if anything, I'll be like, okay, that's a small egg, that's my egg.
You're standing out front of Woolies looking down your nose at people that are buying eggs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ramana says, free mow and egg Friday. Potentially. Hey, can I give you some eggs? Someone gave me some eggs once. Oh, I've got it on video. That was a random one. I was in like Blacktown looking for somewhere to do a free mow Friday, and I was driving around for about an hour and a half, and I found a place, knocked on the door, and she didn't want a bar of it. She was just, camera shy and whatever. Fair enough, whatever. But no, then we got talking or whatever. I was talking to her for about 10 minutes, and then she comes and brings me out some eggs. Just in a residential place in Blacktown, she just got hens there. Gave me some fresh eggs. It's like, oh, well, okay. Not a bad score. Adam says, Tim, have you looked into a tiny home for your property short term so you can stay there? No, the council regulations.
I was kind of saying.
unfortunately, yeah. We'll build here very soon. Give it 6 months, you'll be able to tell which egg is which from which hen. There you go. I can't imagine that. I'm not that attuned to what's going on. Another tool I've been trying out this week, Karthik. Because I'm telling you, this has been the month for Turf and Tools. I've been smashing out the content. So if you want to see some videos, there's videos out there.
Yep.
The Stihl GTA26. Do you know what that is? Speaking to the microphone while I grab it.
Stihl GTA26. That's a cool name for it. I've seen that video, yes. I watched that one. That got through some crazy thick pieces of timber.
I wouldn't say crazy.
No, bro. For what it looks like in your hand, it's a tiny little bar.
But it's not going to get through many of them.
Wouldn't it?
So, sorry, I do sometimes forget that this is a
audio podcast.
Yeah, I am holding the Stihl GTA26, which I think they call a garden pruner. Please be careful. I'm not sure what's going on there because it's got an on switch, but I just picked it up and it was live, so just be careful. Yeah, it's basically Stihl's mini chainsaw. This is not a new item, by the way. Like, this thing's been out for a few years, maybe like 3, 4, 5 years. Every man and their dog, brand-wise, seems to have a
option
battery chainsaw now,
like
a mini chainsaw. And I think from just me watching the market, I think they were the first to market with it.
To put it out.
So yeah, pretty impressive little tool. I don't know if it'll be, is it due for an update or something? Like, it's been out for that long. I don't know how they haven't got battery pruners, as in shears, battery, like my KevTech ones.
Yeah.
You would think with that battery lends itself to them having, I wouldn't be surprised if this year sometime you see Stihl come out with
okay?
A set of battery pruners.
Got it. They haven't actually got one. Okay.
No, as far as I'm aware. I think they've got like grass shears as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice little bit of kit. I was cutting some stuff with it. Took it.
It's good in the hand, compact.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It feels like quality. I've come to the conclusion though, like, it's not, as long as like anything, and that's my probably biggest issue. It's hard for me to be critical on stuff because I look at it from what its intended purpose is. Like, this isn't intended for some commercial guy to be lopping trees every day.
Yep.
I basically look at it as, if you're running out of battery on this thing, you're probably using the wrong tool.
Or you used it too much, yeah.
Well, not use it too much, but it's just, maybe you should be getting something
bigger.
Yeah, potentially. It'd be good if the kit came with 2 batteries, not going to lie. But yeah, I had some fun using it, made a full video for it. I've filmed some other stuff for it. I thought you may have been coming out yesterday, so I thought I might have taken you down the back and carved out some stuff down there, given you a go of it. Maybe we'll do that next time. And then I can make another video with it. But yeah, nice.
So your path, I'm assuming you were working on your path with that?
When you say path, it's just, like
your little trail, whatever you want to call it.
Well, it's not even a trail. It's just where the deer go. Just so I can, there's a few dead things fallen over that I don't want to trip over when I'm walking down there. So, yeah, that's the Stihl GTA26. There is a video on the Turf and Tools YouTube page. Go and check it out if you're interested in that. Donna says she has an Ozito, or Ozito. Is it Ozito or Ozito? I think it's Ozito.
Say what you want to say.
Battery chainsaw that she's used heaps, and it works awesome. Yeah, I haven't used one that I'm like, oh, this is garbage. Again, if it's used for its intended purpose.
If I saw it on a shelf and I didn't know it existed, I'd be like, whoa, it just looks like like a marketing trick. Like, it just looks like a joke tool.
It's not a very big bar.
Yeah, it looks funny, but when you hold it in your hand, you go, oh no, that's a solid piece of kit.
Yeah. Well, it'd want to be. They're not cheap. I think $2.99 for the kit.
That's okay for what it's gonna do.
You can buy a chainsaw for that. Having said that,
okay,
so
fair enough.
Again, different tool. The other one that I've been using. Do you know what the Milwaukee Hatchet is, Karthik?
Is it pronounced Milwaukee? I thought you pronounced it differently, Tim.
Well, I do. But
say it. I remember that video. God, that triggered a few people.
A lot of people were getting upset, so I went with.
You went back to Milwaukee.
Yeah, but I actually believe it's Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee, that's the one. Yes.
Look at this. This is a bit more.
Grown up.
Yeah, so it's got a 203 mil bar as opposed to the GTA 26, which has a, I think it's about a 100 mil bar roughly. I'd have to check that. But yeah, this is a bit more serious, more money as well. I think it's a 450-ish skin. But I was cutting. Did you see the Instagram video I did with that?
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
That was a real. Okay, yeah, that was a real damn log. I didn't expect to get through that with it, but I thought I'll give it a go. I really like how it went.
Yeah. That's in the video you can't quite tell scale of size.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're holding it in one hand, you can't quite tell how
Hold it though.
big
Like
it
I've got a
genuinely
12 amp
actually
hour
is.
battery in it, so it's going to feel a little bit bottom heavy.
Yeah.
It wasn't going. Press the battery. The
power.
bar. Let me know. No, on the top bit. Okay, so I
Still
did
got 3,
that. Battery's been on it for every bit of testing I've done.
and it's only used up the one.
Yeah, I mean it could be just about to drop another bar, but yeah, it's cool.
Yep.
I've also got still in the box and haven't tried it, and that's what I'm kind of excited about trying here. You can see it up there actually, the full size Milwaukee chainsaw
Right.
and the Toro chainsaw.
Jeez.
So-
okay, if this can do what it's already done,
Yeah.
that'll be quite a. Doesn't battery chainsaw scare you? Something about like the fact that
Chainsaws in general, I have never been a massive fan of because they are an intimidating bit of
I
gear.
know, but at least with like the old school ones with petrol, you felt like you had to do you prime it first, you start it, so you know it's not gonna just turn on, and then you got these that just go,
Yeah,
it's just I don't know.
you do have to remind yourself that it's a
Yeah, it's,
bit of gear that it's very easy to become complacent while using.
it.
Just chuck it on. Oh, yeah. I even get scared when I see someone else. Karthik's just putting the sheath, the protective guard over the bar, and the battery's in it, and that kind of scares me a little bit. But yeah, I played with that. I did film some stuff. I haven't done a full video on it yet, but we'll go down next time you have some time to come here. We'll take that and the GTA down.
You working tomorrow?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's too bad.
Anyway, we'll work it out. But there's plenty of stuff I've got to cut down there, especially down the bottom where it's flooded and like trees are over left, right, and centre. So there's no shortage of stuff to try, and you'll be able to get over your chainsaw phobia.
I don't have a chainsaw phobia, but
I do.
I don't have a
I do.
phobia. I think I just got a healthy respect for them.
Yeah, as you should. And the other thing with those battery mini chainsaws, you don't necessarily like you have options. It's not if you're pruning something like that you don't just have to do it with that. If it's thin enough, you can use even up to like 40 mil sometimes with the battery pruning shears.
Yeah.
They're awesome, and they just go snip straight through. Got to have a healthy respect for them as well, because they will lop your fingers off. But also reciprocating saw will also do a super job.
Okay.
A little bit less scary than a chainsaw as well. So
I reckon the only time I've ever used a chainsaw was when we put that retaining wall in the backyard, the timber ones, because we did that. I did that. Like, no, I say I did that myself, but I had help.
they just treated pine
They were
cylindrical.
no, not cylinder. They're the rectangle.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, the sleepers.
Yeah, okay, I know.
Just
Yeah,
the sleepers,
yeah.
So literally one of those where I didn't have a chainsaw, got the sleepers delivered, and then you do what you do in that moment, right? You do the math quickly, and you decide even if you only ever get the one use out of it from Bunnings,
Yeah.
it's still
a
worth the
win.
payoff because it's still
Yeah.
a win.
I
So
did
when
that with a drop saw I bought from there.
Yeah.
I've built at 3 different places all my workbenches with it. So
Yeah, I bought like the chainsaw from Bunnings, used
Yeah.
it, and it's sat in the shed since then.
Yeah.
I don't see why I'll ever need it ever again. I should probably just move it along.
yeah.
Maybe I should just drop it off to you.
Nah.
I'm just saying, just dump it in the corner.
Wee works at Bunnings, and they do pronounce it Ozaito. So
No, they do not.
It sounds like
No, they do not.
sounds. What I'm reading the comments. I'm not. Yeah. LD says best line trimmer under $500 and under $1,000.
I'll let you take these ones.
I got to say that under 500 I can't tick. I'm very much guilty of not trying enough cheap gear.
Mm-hmm.
And then even when I do, I went out and spent $500 on the Ozaido 36 volt battery mower
Yeah.
and still haven't done the video. I had someone message me about it. Hey, what happened with the...
Well, people have been literally been kind of pleading to
I'm
watch
gonna...
a video
Okay,
on that.
I took it out when I first got it, months ago now, and did a lawn with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I plan to do multiple different types of grass and all that, and I just haven't got round to it. So I think I'm just going to edit what I've got for it, and then do some more stuff on it, just so people stop harassing me about the...
Yeah, I think so. You don't have to.
Ozaido.
You can literally say you don't have a final opinion on it because you haven't used it enough.
Well, I
to be able
do.
to
That
give
was the
one.
thing. I kind of got my final opinion in 10 minutes, but yeah. So I can't really say under 500. Like, and then it's just
Yeah.
it's
One of those questions where then you have all the follow-ups of how big's your yard, how
Yeah.
often do you use it.
Yes,
like,
it's a
have you got batteries?
conversation.
Yeah, it's.
what are your preferences? Yeah.
Do you like battery? Do you like petrol?
Exactly.
Like, there's just so
Yeah.
many caveats to the.
The thing that I
question.
used to say with when someone was around that $500 or $600 mark,
Two-stroke.
and they had no $500 or $600, I used to say the Honda UMK 425, which was is the 4-stroke Honda,
Okay.
25cc, parts available everywhere for it, like yeah.
Plenty of power.
Starts
all
easy.
that,
Yeah. Well, yeah, plenty enough power. So, but now I generally would think, in my opinion anyway, in most residential scenarios, a battery line trimmer is probably enough, and a nicer user experience.
Okay, so a domestic battery line trimmer. Just, I'm trying to play the devil's advocate, I guess. How many years do you think you will get out of a quality?
I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's I think the question that we don't know the answer to right now, right? They haven't been popular and out there for long enough. Where I know you just said for a fact that Honda that you just said you used to recommend 25 years from now, as long as it's had an oil change, will continue to run.
So, I don't think the motors and the skin will be the issue. I think
The battery will run out of life.
battery degradation or failure, because it happens. Battery failure happens. And
It's not even a shot. Like, it's open to. They tell you how many usually charges you can get out of them, right? How many cycles you can charge them to.
yeah, so that's. But then you can just replace the battery. But you say replace the battery. The batteries are so expensive. I don't. It's a hard question. Again, my opinion generally is now. I was even talking to my neighbour yesterday. He was asked me the classic. My line always breaks. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, I've got a tutorial video for that if you like. It's actually the #1 watched video on the Turf and Tools YouTube channel by quite a margin.
Yeah.
And I told him to use the tip or whatever. He uses, and large property here, a 2-stroke Ryobi.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, you got to come try this. The
Battery
Makita. I was using the Makita yesterday. I'm like, this thing rips. Like, come and have a feel of it. And I got him, had a little go around the tree there. He didn't seem like overly enthusiastic about it. Like, I think he was like, but I thought he would have been like, oh wow, this is the second coming.
I don't think majority of people care, man. That's the point.
He asked me.
I know he did. He just wanted you to give him an answer. I don't think he was going to get excited about a line trimmer that you were showing him.
Well, I don't know. I just imagine if you'd been using a 2-stroke Ryobi and then someone showed you something that just is like...
I get what you're saying. I'd be excited, but exactly what I'm trying to tell you is others might not be.
Wee is saying again in the comments, it is Ozaido. So
All right, I'm converted in. All
yeah.
right, Ozaido.
Ken Drayton also
And guess
Ozaido.
what? If it's not Ozaido and I'm saying Ozaido, I can just use it's my second language as an excuse for it.
So my recommendation for most people now would be something battery.
I think the ease of use.
Exactly, for the user experience.
Yeah.
I think that I still have reservations in terms of battery failures, the cost of batteries, the cost overall of it. It's, obviously your budget's going to determine what you're doing as well. So, but if lawn is your hobby and that's where you spend your money, I think you would enjoy something like that 40 volt XGT 1 kilowatt Makita. You would enjoy the Ego Commercial STX 4500. They're like or higher end battery model stuff. But it just depends your budget.
The 36 Ryobi that I've got
It'll
has
be
not
fine.
skipped.
Yeah.
For all the abuse the brand gets about how it's just going to end up in landfill, it has not skipped a beat once since I've got it, and I have put it through well beyond what it was designed
Yeah.
for. It
Obviously,
was designed for home lawns.
And that's not to say that people haven't had the same experience.
Yeah,
There's no denying that it doesn't matter what brand it is, there are failures.
Odd units that fail,
things
yeah,
go wrong,
yeah.
So I don't know, LD. It's a hard question. Springbok Simmer says, I have the 20-year-old Black & Decker alligator corded with lock jaws to grab the log. Wow, I definitely don't want to plug in with a chainsaw. That sounds serious. Wee is again saying it's definitely Ozaito.
Right.
Would you do a chainsaw course? I actually have. For work.
That's part of your job, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
I toyed with the idea. I thought that might actually make an interesting video. Find someone, a chainsaw trainer, and make a video on safe chainsaw use.
Okay. Very niche category, but yeah. That's good.
I don't think it's... I mean, yeah, it's niche,
No,
but it's like...
it's good. Like 10 years from now, someone Googles, how do I use a chainsaw?
Safely.
And there's a video there for them, 100%.
And just some basic stuff or whatever. And I'm not... I've done chainsaw training, but it's very limited.
Yeah. And you know how like sometimes you Google, like you search for videos and you find this...
My life, that's what I do.
No,
that's
but
how
you find this video.
I wake
and
up
you
in the
look at
morning.
it,
How do I get out of bed?
And it's like 1995 or something, and this guy in like a full peanut shirt holding like a thing and giving you a tutorial, but it's still pertinent to today. You'll be that guy.
Jester says, I think I have to go, unfortunately, Tim and Karthik. My phone's dying. Have a great evening. I'll tune in. Thank you very much, Jester. We were, again, Ozaito. I love the Honda. Donna's saying, I love the Honda trimmer, but that's under 500. Last time I checked, it was about 550, and I'm sure it's probably gone up now. I'm not 100% sure. You will find the colour of your farm eggs is much brighter than the store-bought. Oh, there you go. There you go. Mate, have you done a review on the DeWalt mower with the Kohler engine available at Bunnings? No, I have not. I reached out to DeWalt. They dismissed me.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, like I've got to read you this actually.
How big is the engine on this one?
I'm not 100% sure.
Steel deck? Don't know.
Ever since they dismissed me, I have shown zero interest in there. So I saw a Instagram reel for one of their mowers, but it was a US
Content.
DeWalt, and I was like, hey, you guys getting this mower? And I just said, is there someone you could put me in touch with about trying it for my Turf and Tools channel? If so, let me know, blah, blah, blah. And then they got back to me. Hi, Matt.
Matt.
This is from my Tim the Lawnmower Man account.
Yeah.
Thank you for contacting us. For further assistance, please provide the model number. Thanks, DeWalt. And I'd sent the reel.
Well done, DeWalt.
I'd sent the reel. And I gave the mower in the reel on the US page. I said I review equipment, blah, blah, blah. Hi, Matt. Thank you for contacting us. We only handle DeWalt Australia and New Zealand. For further assistance, get in touch with DeWalt USA. Thanks, DeWalt. I said, are you getting this in Australia? And I said, I'm not sure who Matt is. I understand you handle Australia. Is there someone you could put me in contact with about showing DeWalt OPE to my audience? Hi, Matt.
No.
I'm not even kidding. Look, it's there.
Oh, that is awesome.
Thank you for contacting us. Unfortunately, this time, we're not looking for any partners/influencers. And then that really irked me. I'm like, please, I'm not trying to be a DeWalt influencer or a partner. I'm just like, hey, do you want some content on your videos and show people what your stuff's about or whatever? But
that is exactly how a match should be
If
treated.
this should change, you'll find out about it on our social media channels. Thanks, DeWalt. I said, no worries. Still not sure who Matt is. Good luck with that.
That is awesome. That is brilliant.
Yeah, to answer your question, DeWalt are pretty much on my...
DeWalt don't like Matt. It's all right.
Yeah. So no, I haven't tried the DeWalt mower or any DeWalt product. I've surprisingly in my comments had a few people asking about DeWalt gear, which surprises me. I don't feel like they're a...
Landscape tool.
No, I know they have the gear. I wouldn't have thought they'd be on a lot of people's radars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway.
You just don't like them because they wouldn't give you the time of day, man.
Exactly. Don't you know who I am? Springbok wants to know, when is the cat rolling? And I am wearing the jumper, yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I haven't done anything about that. I haven't pestered them. And, yeah, for multiple reasons. But I don't want to be in a hurry to do.
What, have you got a project you need it for right now? Not
I do.
really.
So the first project that I want to do, I need to dig a trench from the shed to the chicken coop.
Okay.
To provide power.
For the coop.
And Cat 5 cable for the chicken live stream. So my neighbour is in IT, and when we started doing the chicken videos, he's like, "Oh, you should do a chicken live stream." I'm like, "Oh, that's actually not a bad idea." And then I had every...
Have your chickens blown up now on the internet?
No.
No. Okay.
No one gives no one gives a shit. Every 2 or 3 weeks, I get a message from a security camera, different place. Hey, would you like to do? Mainly, they want me to do like stuff on Tim the Lawnmower Man. I'm like, how does that? It just does not. I'm doing an overgrown lawn. Like, where does?
Yeah. How does it cut time?
Yeah, I can tell you a funny story about that. One of them, back in the day when I was a struggling artist looking for sponsors, and one of these things came across, and it's like you're not making much money, so you're like, oh, if I can cover my costs another way, and it was a security camera brand or whatever, and they want you to do like the 1 minute read through or whatever, YouTube style. And like, it just icks me, and I'm like, no, I don't like. I'm happy to do something for you, but I'm like, this video is brought to you by blah 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 blah. So agreed on all of that. They sent it out. I filmed that bit, sent it off to them. Had to wait 2 days for it to come back, and okay, we need it to be blah. And I'm like, oh, too hard. No thanks. But anyway, so someone messaged me about cameras, and I'm like, oh, we could probably use some for a chicken live stream. I could do that because I'll be making a video about how I'm setting it up and everything. So we've got excessively now on reflection. There's 4 cameras coming, which are like 1080, not 1080. What's 180? Idiot. View. So I'm only going to need 2. They got night vision and everything, and my neighbour Jeff has given me a shopping list of stuff that I need
to go pick up,
which is $1,000+ though, because he doesn't. He knows what he's doing. He's
but
gonna.
You just need the trench done though.
Initially we're going to be going Wi-Fi, but it's not going to be as stable, which is why we want the trench and Jeff's going to have this.
God, you better keep track of all your cables and irrigation pipes and all of that stuff moving forward to you'll have that much running crisscrossing across the property.
Yeah. So that was the project I have currently that I would like to
get started.
Yeah, but no urgency. So I'd like to have one here, like a excavator, just because it's like when you don't always have the time, you can't always plan the time, but it's like, okay, you might have a day here or there, and you're just here, and you're like, I'm going to go do that, and you're inspired to do
something,
whatever. I mean, it's ridiculous that I'm even considering getting one. Let's be honest, but yeah. What else was I going to say? We have UTV update.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's that far enough progressed that I can actually say it now. John Deere are going to be providing 2 different, I'm not sure which models, 2 of their Gator UTVs.
Nice.
I don't know which ones. Only for like a 2-week period to review or whatever. So you'll have to come over and we'll have to
do a little buggy race.
That sounds irresponsible. I don't think we're doing that, but I'm very excited to try those out because I am so sick of walking.
Back and forth, yeah.
Even yesterday, just with the line trimmer,
Mm-hmm.
because I was going all around the property with the tripod, with the camera, with the line trimmer.
The batteries, yeah.
And, because I'm boy in a bubble, my mask, my hat, my glasses,
You're a Mac.
yeah, exactly. I need something to get around.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
fair
even
enough.
that big a place, but it's just annoying. Did have arrived. How would you pronounce that on that box?
Sorry?
On the box straight through there.
Right.
How would you pronounce that?
Have you heard me speak? You think I can tell the difference between a V and a W? You really want me to try and pronounce that?
Someone said Matt the mower man.
Matt the mower.
I feel like I'm going to get comments now. Great video, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit him with all the Matt
So there's a box over there, Viva. Viva.
V-E-V-O-R.
I've seen this stuff come up in my feed, ads and stuff for them, and you're like, oh, it looks like, and it's not like Temu or anything.
So what's in
it's
there?
decent priced. They reached out and said, I don't know how, but like I've been complaining about how I need a cart or whatever to get around here, and they asked if I wanted to try a cart for turf and tools.
A cart?
So this is a what's that other brand that makes them? Like you pull it along like it's
like a wheelbarrow but on four wheels, like a beach buggy.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, got it. Cool.
Which
okay.
I'm sure I'll be able to hook it up
that's
to.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, even if you've got to pull it manually, that's still better than, like you said, juggling the 16.
No, exactly. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try. I'll put it together, make a video for it on Turf and Tools. So they wanted to. So many of these companies, they want to do affiliate codes.
Oh yeah.
They're like, you have to post the affiliate code. I'm like, I don't want to do that. It seems like I'm trying to get commission. They're like, yeah, we do commission. I'm like, I don't want commission. I'm not trying to sell your thing. I'm like, I'll make a video. Like, I'll show it. Mm-hmm. This is what I do. I show stuff on here, make a video on it, show how it works, show how it goes together, and then if people want to buy it, they buy it. But I'm not trying to be the salesman and going. Yeah. It's just. And that works for some people. And if there was a product that I loved and it was a one type of product or something that I absolutely believed in, potentially, and the viewers were getting a discount or something, maybe that's a situation where that works. But it just, affiliate codes seem so...
I think it needs a lot more dedication and just dedication from our end to do it any justice as well. Yeah. And again, then it might translate to a payoff that's worth it as well. Yeah. But most times when we are, but not you necessarily, because it's Turf and Tools is not you're open to all tools, all brands. You don't care. Yeah. When you show them, but like say from my page, the affiliate code thing just makes it really hard to be able to feature anything because you got to constantly just keep plugging. Yeah, a code, but you're not concerned about
But also, you feel like you're working for. It's not. There's nothing organic about it.
Yeah, I'd rather just tell them I like the product.
I like this is what I love about doing this. It's just like it's so organic. Yeah, it's like I'll try it. We'll show it. I'll show what I like, what I don't like. Like that review of the Makita, I said what I don't like about it. I said what I like about it. I'm overall positive about it. I like it.
It's sort of good that the brands are happy for that.
Most are, yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying, plenty. Like I look around your garage and look at the number of brands you've got sitting in here. They're all kind of like, that's fine. You if you don't like it, we.
But then at the same time, I feel like there's equipment here that I haven't done justice to just because of circumstance, time, and the nature of the equipment. But being here, it's going to be a lot easier for me to cover it. The Greenwork stuff in particular, like the commercial, the 21. Well, I mean, I say that I did a couple of Fremo Fridays with the 21 inch. The 25 I haven't covered nearly enough. I've still got to do the RMA. We've got the Crest stuff here that I've got to try. Like, there's lots of stuff here that I probably.
Actually, the Crest I remember being super excited about that.
I still am.
It just fell on the wayside,
They wanted to do something, so that's another story. But PJ says, you guys are hot. PJ, you're a liar. Matt Smith, g'day, Tim and Karthik.
Another Matt.
Do you think... I'll grab you do want another one?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, really?
Okay, no, I'm good. I'll get you one though. You're fine.
No, I'm
Ask
not
a
going
question.
to drink on my own, make me feel like a loser. Do you think the Ryobi one path edger is good, and do you know how long the blade is likely to last?
Isn't that the edger you really thought was great value?
Is it here? It's not here.
Tim thinks they're,
Oh no,
they're awesome
Jeff,
value.
my neighbour has it. My IT expert, Jeff. I've lent it to him. I'm like, try this. It's good. I like it. The HP, the Ryobi. I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, One Plus HP version is the newer one. But there's also another one. Let me know, Matt. Are you talking about the one with 3 wheels, or are you talking about the stick edger? Because there's one with 3 wheels that I wasn't a massive fan of. It just felt there was a lot of slop in the handlebar. It did the job. It was powerful enough. It was 36 volt, but it just, I hate feeling disconnected from machines. Which
But I know
sounds
you really rated that 18 volt dedicated stick edger.
I thought it was good. Yeah, it had
the stick edger.
plenty enough power for anyone at home. How long will the blade last? It just comes down to how hard you grind it on
How
the
often
concrete.
you're edging? Yeah.
Yeah, but also how hard you like.
Hit the concrete.
I go hard against the
You're not doing
concrete.
it right.
So if you're buying a blade edger, expecting the blade to last forever,
blades are cheap.
it's a consumable.
Yeah,
So
blades are cheap. You just replenish, like just one season. If you
he's
get
talking
out of
about
it,
the
it's good.
stick one. Yeah, so I do like it.
If you get a whole season, you've done well.
Yeah, just and you can get aftermarket ones that are even cheaper. I don't know that's what a brand would recommend, but you can. Yeah, the stick. What else, Karthik?
Not much, man. I think that was good. We always managed to squeeze in.
Well,
bunch
this
of
was.
talking.
I would say this is by far. I feel like
We
I'm
say that
running
every
on.
week, though. Now people
No,
don't believe
this
us
one.
anymore.
This one's by far the least.
I know we say that. We know that to be true, but I'm just saying people
Yeah.
probably hear us say that the 4th podcast in a row to say we haven't prepared and we.
But sometimes, like we know we're doing it, and I'll just be thinking in my head or whatever. But today, like, I woke up,
We're like Tuesday
came
tomorrow.
here.
We better do it.
Woke up, did the school run, came here, loaded up, went had breakfast, went out, did Free-Mo Fridays, back, shower, school pickup, came here, set up for this. You almost missed the podcast, and here we are. I'm running on fumes.
Nah, go sleep.
I just
Get
wanna
some rest. You got work tomorrow
Curl up
morning.
in a ball, but I do. Yeah. What's coming up this week for you?
Work 3 shifts. That's it, and then I'm off again for the weekend. So great.
So
I might get finally. I've got to send you videos.
before you
of
go,
it. Yep.
I want you to take that robot vacuum and set that up at home. Maybe we can talk about that.
We shall try.
It's the My Genie Laser Smart
I see it.
robotic vacuum cleaner. See how you go with that.
Quick one, right? How do you quote this when someone tells you, "Can you mow and edge front yard?" So this is we're talking the suburban ones. Backyard, I've got a robot mower, so just need the edges and the corners done. And then they ask you for a quote on that one.
You
You
just
try
say,
to pull your
well,
hair out, don't you?
no, that's kind of perfect because you just go, oh, look,
You
my
just charge them the
minimum
full
is,
price, yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Guess how long the edges corners were?
Oh, extremely long.
Knee high.
Where was it at?
Just like it doesn't matter. It's alright. They might watch the video. It's alright.
I'm just trying to think if it's the guy that I lent the.
No, it wasn't. Nah, his was only like ankle high at the edges. This was like I was expecting something like that.
Yeah.
Where the corners would be that high, like
Yeah.
maybe ankle high. Nah, it was pretty close to my knee.
We didn't get
high.
to talk about the robot mowers. We will talk about robot mowers next week. There's apparently another one on the way, the Luba 2. Have you seen the Luba?
I've heard the name.
That's
Luba,
the
I've
all-wheel
seen the-
drive one, I think. There's a new one coming out.
Okay.
Either a scam is telling me that they're sending one, or they are actually sending one for us to try. Plenty of room here. The goat is working. I'll give the quick update. Exceptionally well.
Yep.
The Ecovac goat. The Cowal. They've been sending me some messages while we're on this live. Actually, I was having some issues connecting to it, which is a little disappointing. But I'm going to make a follow-up video on that. What else did I have coming up this week? I had some other tools. Lots to come. You'll see me playing with chickens and stuff. But thank you to we've had like 40, 50 people watching.
That's good.
I
I think the time was probably right as well, right? Right time of the evening.
potentially,
People
yeah.
come- yeah.
Let us know if you enjoyed this live edition of the 14th annual Turf and Tools podcast. Appreciate your time. We will see you next week.
It's not annual if you do it every week.
I know, that does trigger a few people, doesn't it? But
It does.
thank you very much for watching, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
We will catch you next week.
See you later.
Bye. I think that's stopped. Has anyone got any questions before Karthik goes? We're still live on...
YouTube, yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah. I don't think anyone does. That's stopped. That's recorded. I hope it recorded. Always enjoy. Thanks, guys. Romana says, enjoyed it, Matt.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
See you next time, guys. How do I end this? I don't even know. Don't swear, Karthik.
I did not.